You would like to come to a seated position, cross-legged if possible, maybe sitting on a block or something. And taking a moment to feel down through your sitting bones. If you did the gentle yoga class with me, this should feel quite different after all that hip opening that we did in the first part of the sequence. And taking a moment to allow your attention to settle into the body. Feeling the base of your body. And feeling the gentle lift of your spine up and out of the pelvis. And a soft sense of opening up the whole of the front of the body, the torso, abdomen, chest. And see if you can invite a quality of softness into your head, into your skull, the brain, all the tissues around the bones, your eyes and your tongue. And taking a moment to settle into the rhythm of a natural breath. I'm really looking forward to practicing with you for the next 55 minutes or so. It's a vinyasa flow class. And so it's so important to completely embody the breath. Noticing the flowing movement of the body with the breath, even sitting here observing. Gentle ripple of the body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And if you weren't here for the earlier class and you would like to do so, please take a few moments to reflect on what kind of quality you'd like to bring into your practice. What kind of quality you'd like to take from your practice into your evening. And this is quite a nice way of setting an intention. And choosing simple words to set your intention, your resolve for this practice. And sometimes that can just mean resting with whatever shows up. Tiredness, an aching body, maybe a sense of joy and ease, whatever's there for you today. And then taking a full breath in and a long breath out. And opening your eyes and taking your fingertips down to the mat beside you. So I like to do this just to remind myself of the earth, of the rootedness from which our practice can emerge. So you feel down through the base of your pelvis, but you also feel through the fingertips. And then from here, breathing in and lift your arms up, maybe take your head up with you. And breathe out, arms back down by your sides. I've just found myself bringing a gentle ujjayi breath in. If you'd like to join me, soft rasping in the back of the throat. Ocean breath. And then one more time, breathing in. Maybe your palms meet, maybe you're looking at them, and breathing out, drawing your hands together, down past your eyes towards your heart space. And taking a breath in here, almost as if to seal your intention into your heart space. And breathing out, bowing your head, chin to your chest. And then breathing in, lifting your head. And breathing out. That was all by means of settling and coming into the beginning of a flow. And if you'd like to come to sitting on your knees, if that's possible, sitting on your heels. Fingertips to the floor, nice long spine. And then breathing in, simply come up. Don't take a back bend at this stage, just feel that lift. And then breathe out, come back down again. Take the movement with the breath, breathing in, lifting up. Maybe you look up at your fingertips. And breathe out, come back down. And then one more time, breathe in, lift up. Lovely long side body. And breathe out, come down. And now listen carefully, breathe in, come up. But breathe out, lean back, either a little bit or a lot. Don't take it too far. And then breathe in, come up to the top. Breathe out, sit back down. So you're going to have to really listen to your body here to not overdo this. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, leaning back. Really drawing up from the pelvic floor, the pubic bones, strong abdomen. And breathe in, come up. Breathe out, come down. So you need the strong core to support the lower back. We'll do one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing into vertical. Breathing out, sit down. And take a moment to feel the quality of your breath, to feel the body. And coming forward to take your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And on a breath in, lifting the right leg up behind you. And then breathing out, drawing your knee to your nose. And then breathing in, lifting the right leg up behind you. And breathing out, knee to nose. Last time, breathing in. Knee to nose. You need to really lift the side waist, navel to the spine. And now breathe in, lift your leg behind you. But then swivel to place the right foot down. And your left foot could either stay in line with the right instep or maybe come a little bit behind. Really have your left wrist underneath the shoulders. And then breathe in, lift up the right arm. And breathe out here. So you're pressing into the right foot. And then we're going to take a few circles with the right arm. You're following your fingers with your eyes. This allows you to really feel into the side body and to breathe into that right lung. And then when you're ready, reversing the direction of the circles. So it's just such a lovely way of accessing the right lung. It's really for the breath. And then taking a breath in and reaching up, maybe looking right past your right fingertips. And breathing out, bringing yourself back to an all fours position. And then when you're ready, breathing in and lifting the left leg up behind you. And breathing out, knee to nose. Breathing in, lifting the left leg. And breathing out, knee to nose. Last time, breathing in, lifting. And really feel the engagement of your core as you bring your knee into your nose. And then breathing in, lift. Look over your left shoulder as you place your left foot down. Check the alignment of the right hand and arm. And decide where you want to take your right foot. And then breathing in, peeling open. Looking up at your left hand as you press into your left foot. Breathe out here. And then when you're ready, begin that lovely circling, following your fingers with your eyes. And noticing how you can breathe more freely, maybe into the left lung, as well as feeling a bit of a side stretch in the left waist. And then reversing the direction of your circles. Really feeling into where the breath moves you. And the next time your arm is up to vertical, taking another breath in and maybe opening the chest a little bit, looking right over to your left fingertips. And then breathing out, placing the hand down, bringing your knee down. And settling yourself down onto your heels. If your forehead easily comes to the mat, sliding your hands forwards. If you need to prop your head up with your hands, bring your hands under the head. And take a few breaths here to really feel out through your fingertips. So it's like you're reaching out through your fingertips, but at the same time, you're reaching out through your tailbone, pressing down towards your heels. You're being pulled in two directions in this child pose. It's as if you're breathing as much space into the back body as possible. Lovely long spine. Lovely to see you all, by the way. I'm not sure I welcomed you properly. Just a few more breaths here. It's quite an energetic child's pose. It's not a complete flop. It's not a complete relax. Even creep your fingertips away a little bit more to find more opening, more stretch. One more full breath in. And then on the breath out, relax your arms, and this time bring your hands under your forehead. Now become really soft. Let go of the shoulders. You can even wriggle around a little bit. And take your breath down into your belly. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, coming to an all fours position, and we'll start to flow. So breathing in, tilting your spine down, opening your chest and your throat. And breathing out, scooping up, tailbone, draw it down, navel to the spine. Take a couple more. Cat-cow movement, so familiar. Really steady with your breath. Maybe ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Until you're ready to reach up into your downward dog. I'd like you to take 5 breaths at least here, just finding your way in your downward dog. So we're still warming up. You might want to lift your heels, bend your knees, reach out through the hands. Take the tops of your thighs up and back. Breathing fully and really making this quite delicious. Quite delicious, quite spacious, open. Breathe your way into the edges of your dog. And then looking in between your hands, and walk or step or jump your feet forwards into a half forward fold, nice flat back. And take a breath in here and really reach out through the top of your head. And breathe out, fold. And then pressing into your feet. Breathing in, come all the way up. Lovely, reach, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And then as you straighten, breathe out, hands down to your heart space. And take a moment to just feel now. And then breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, fold. Breathing in, open heart, flat back. Breathe out, step back to your downward dog. On the next breath in, float your right leg up high behind you, lift from the navel. And then sweep it through in between your hands as you breathe out into a lunge. And take a few moments here to really feel into this lunge. Nice strong back leg, open heart. Breathe here. Just warming up the hips. And then bringing yourself around the long end of your mat for a low goddess. And you might want to move from heel to heel. You could take your hands to your knees. We're just making our way around to the back of the mat. So when you're ready, coming around to face the back of your mat. So lunge with the left foot forwards. And then slide the left foot back to plank. And take a breath in your plank. And choose your way down to the mat. You could drop your knees, or you could come down all the way straight as a stick. And then breathing and peel your chest up. Head comes back last. Breathing out, downward dog. And when you're ready, inhaling and lifting the left leg up behind you. Lift it from the navel, lift it high. And swing it forwards. And take a moment here to just feel into this lunge a little bit more on the left. Lovely and smooth in the breath, really relaxed in the face. See if we can make this quite enjoyable. And then bringing yourself around slowly, silkily towards the long end of your mat. Lovely. Until you come around to face the front again. Into your lunge with your right foot forwards. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, slide the right foot back to a downward dog. Feel your dog now. And lifting your right leg again, breathe in, lift it up high, and sweep the right foot forwards. So you're back in your lunge. I want you to really find stability in the lower body here. If you need to drop the back knee in any of this, please do. And breathing in, lift yourself all the way up to a high lunge, but immediately on the breath out, twist to the right. Take your arms out to parallel, look over your right fingertips. Awkward twist, take a breath or two here. And then breathing in, sweep your right arm down by your sides and then up again. Lovely. And breathe out, hands down around the front foot. Back in your lunge. And bring yourself around to face the long end of your mat. But this time zigzagging your feet in for a squat. Taking a moment to find your squat. Breathing as you really sink down through the base of your pelvis. Pushing your knees apart with your upper arms. And then we'll take the right arm and swing it to the right. So inside the leg and placing the palm down. And breathing and reach up to the left. And breathe out here. Take another breath and really reach and spin. And then breathe out, place the left arm and hand down. And take the right hand up, breathe in. Breathe out. Take another breath in. And then place both hands down. And come around to face the long end of the back of your mat, into a downward dog. And breathing in, ripple forwards to your plank. On the breath out, choose your way down. You could drop your knees, no problem. Peel the chest up, breathe in. Head comes last. Curl your toes under. Find your downward dog. And then when you're ready, lifting the left leg up behind you, lift it high from the navel. And as you exhale, sweep it forwards for your lunge to the left. So you really need to find your stability here, really pushing out through that back heel and moving from the navel, from the core. Breathing in first of all, come to your crescent lunge. Breathe out here. Take another breath in. And then with the breath out, twist to the left, taking your arms with you so you're looking over your left fingertips behind you. And I know this is challenging for balance. It's a really difficult standing twist. One more breath in, and then breathe out. Sweep your arms up into crescent lunge. Taking a breath in here. And then hands down to your lunge. Lovely. And we'll come back the way we came. Coming back to the long end of your mat. Finding your little squat. Finding your little squat. Connecting with the breath. And then reaching with the left arm, left hand. And breathing in, open out to the right. And breathe out here. And take another breath in. And then breathe out, we change sides. So you take the right arm out to the right. And then open your little twisted squat to the left. Take another breath in. And another breath out. And slowly bring yourself around to find a downward dog in the long end of your mat. So you could either take a couple of breaths here, or it might be time to have a little rest in child. Just to connect with the breath. It's quite a warm flow, this. Just 2 or 3 breaths to settle. And then we're going to meet back in a downward dog. Breathing in, lifting your right leg up behind you. And then sweeping it through. Wonderful. And from the lunge, immediately coming up to that twist. Looking over your right fingertips. And feeling this twist for a moment, breath in. And then breathe out. Lift your arms up into your crescent lunge again. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And now breathe in. And lower that left heel. And bring yourself into warrior 2. Lovely. Let's take 3 breaths in this warrior 2. Settling. We've warmed up the body, we've opened the hips. Strong core. 1 more breath. Breathe out. And then windmill your hands down to come back to lunge. So the left heel is lifted. Wonderful. And then bring yourself around the long end of the mat again, but coming straight over to the left knee for Skandasana. Right leg is straight, toes pulling in towards you. Take a couple of breaths here, really dropping down through the base of the pelvis. And then we'll bring our little Skandasana to the right. So this right heel doesn't need to be on the floor if that's difficult for you. Lots of hip opening. And then from here, walking your way back around to the back of your mat, sliding that left foot back to a downward dog, and rippling forwards to plank. Inhale, exhale, come down to the mat your way. Inhale, find a little back bend. Head comes last. Exhaling, downward dog. Stay with the breath and lift your left leg up behind you, breathing in. And sweep it through, breathing out. And we'll come straight up on that inhalation. And come straight into that strange little balancy twist. Just taking a breath or 2 here. Really strong through that back leg. And then looking forward and sweeping both arms up again, breathe in. And lowering the right heel and coming to your warrior 2. Wonderful. And take a few breaths in your warrior 2. Feel the strength, but also feel the opening and the heat of this. 1 more breath in. And then windmill your hands back down again to that lunge. And we come round for Skandasana again. So we'll take it to the right first. So you're bending into the right knee, pulling your left toes towards you. This time you might want to take your arms out, interlace the fingers, and really feel the inside seam of the legs. Lovely, lovely for the legs, the hips, the groin. And then work your way over to the left. You're doing beautifully. I just know you are. Beautiful. And then bring yourself around to the front of your mat, back into the lunge from where you came. And it's your choice if you rest in downward dog for a few breaths, or if it's time to rest in child. I'll leave you for 3 breaths. So this is one of these flows that we build on layer by layer. When you're ready, meeting me in a downward dog. And lifting up the right leg. Lifting it up, inhale. Sweep it through. Come straight up to your crescent lunge. Breathe in. And find your twist. Breathe out. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Sweeping both arms up in front of you. Breathe in. And then lower the back heel. Find your warrior 2. So far, you've already done this. Take a breath or 2 here. And then straightening the front leg, reaching with the right hand, reach, and hinge your way into triangle pose. So it's quite lovely to do triangle so late on in the practice when we've already really warmed up the body here, the hips, the legs. Really feel the opening. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, re-find your warrior 2. Take a breath in your warrior 2. Find your lunge, lifting the left heel. And we'll come over to Skandasana again to the left, choosing where you take your hands to the floor, to your heart out in front of you. And then we'll bring ourselves over to Skandasana on the right. Feeling. And then bringing yourself slowly round to the back of your mat. Find your lunge. Then your downward dog. So if you're getting tired, you could drop your knees and do cat-cow. Otherwise, coming with me for a vinyasa, inhale to plank. Exhale, come down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, downward dog. And lifting your left leg up on the inhale. And sweeping it through. Coming all the way up on your next inhale. Finding your little twist on the exhale. Take another breath in, another breath out. Then sweeping both hands up, looking forwards into your high crescent lunge. And exhale, drop the back heel and find your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe. And then straightening the front leg and reaching with the left. Hinge your way into your triangle. So in this kind of flow, we're not staying for ages in each posture. It's quite different from the Ashtanga we did last week. This is much more about allowing your breath to move you. One more breath in. As you breathe out, look down at the front foot and inhale into your warrior 2. Exhale, find your lunge. And bring yourself all the way over to the right for your Skandasana. Take a breath in here. Bring yourself to the left. It's quite a fast flow. Bring yourself back to the front of your mat. Lift the back heel for your lunge. Downward dog. And lifting your right leg up behind you, inhale. And exhale, step forwards. Inhale, come up to your crescent lunge. Exhale, find that twist. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, arms forwards, gaze forwards for your crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the front leg and reach and come to your triangle. Take a breath in here. Inhale, exhale. Looking down at the front foot, inhale and bend into that knee. Elbow to the knee and exhale, arm over your ear. Past Vakonasana, side angle pose. Your hand could come down. And you spin your chest to the left. One more breath in. As you breathe out, look down, lift the back heel. Bring yourself around to Skandasana to the left. You can even lift your arms up now if you're feeling high energy. I think I've got a lot of energy to burn after my right energy. And then come to the right. Use whichever gesture you want with your arms. Bring yourself slowly around to the back of your mat. Starting off in your lunge. But then sliding that front foot back to downward dog. And when you're ready, ripple forwards to plank. And then come down to the mat your way. And then breathe and peel up. And breathe out, downward dog. Lifting your left leg up behind you with a breath in. Sweep it forwards, breathe out. Use your breath to move you now into this high crescent lunge. Use your out breath to come into that twist, feeling the whole body as part of this movement and the breath. Take another breath in and out here. When you're ready to inhale, looking forwards, both arms up. And then dropping the back heel into warrior two. Lovely. And then straightening that front leg and reaching to the left. Come into your triangle. Take a breath in and out here. Then look down, bend into the knee. Either elbow to the knee or hand to the floor and inhale. Lifting up to the right. Exhale, hand over your ear. Looking down or looking under your right armpit. Take another breath in. And then find your way down to your low flying lunge. And come around for your Skandasana. Lovely. Choosing where you want to be now. Taking one breath there, moving to the left. Taking a breath here, feeling the heat maybe. And then moving your way around to the front of your mat. Sliding your front foot back to a downward dog. And now feeling the whole body. Feeling the whole body here, how open, how warm, how spacious you might feel. If you're tired, you're going to drop your knees and come to a downward dog. Otherwise, if you'd like to try this pose with me, wild thing. You're going to lift your right leg up behind you. Then you're going to peel over. Peel open the right hip, bringing the right heel over to the left. Keeping your left foot straight and pressing into the floor. And not dumping into that left shoulder. Really look under the right armpit and open out the right side. Lovely. And then on the next breath in, lower the right side of the hip. Lift the leg up behind you. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Look under your left armpit and scoot the right leg through. And then lift up your left arm. So you need to have strength in the right arm to do this. It's kind of belly of the dragon pose. Take a breath in, really pressing into that left foot. And then breathe out. Bring yourself back to a downward dog, and we'll just take that to the left. So when you're ready, lifting your left leg up behind you, bending the knee to peel open the hip. Try not to dump in the right shoulder. Heel comes all the way over to the right as you look under your left armpit and breathe it open. And then when you're ready, lower the left hip, lift the leg up, knee in towards the nose, look to the right and shoot the left foot forwards. The right foot comes down and then open out, belly of the dragon. Such an invigorating pose this. Take a full breath in. And then breathe out, drop your hand down. Bring yourself back to a neutral plank. Take a breath in your plank. And then everybody drop the knees. Roll all the way down over the front of the body. Take a breath in and out through the front of the body. And breathing and peeling the chest up. Now breathe out here. Taking a few breaths to really enjoy this cobra, really dropping the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades down the spine. Take one more breath and lift your heart into your throat. And from here, push into the heels of your hands and come back to rest in a pose of the child. Taking your knees far apart, big toes together. And come back to your breath. So fast, fiery flow. Just observe what's going on for you. Quite possible that your breath will be quite erratic. Or maybe it's because I'm just talking us through, I find that. You might be much more steady than me. And choosing if you like to keep your arms out in front of you, or maybe it's time to bring them around the body. And to completely soften the back of the ribs and the shoulders. And to observe the breath and observe the softness of the body now, the weight of the body. Observing the aliveness of your body. And then very gently, hands underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself up. To take a moment to feel. You might have your eyes closed. Just coming to feel the air on your skin. Releasing the jaw and behind your eyes. Noticing the quality of your breath. Lovely. And then coming to sitting with your right leg extended, your left foot in towards a thigh, using any props that you might need to, that I've spoken about in earlier classes, maybe under a bent right knee, or propping up the left knee. Taking a moment to settle down through the hips, through the pelvis. And taking a breath in and really feeling that lift of the torso and the spine up and out of the pelvis. And as you breathe out, take a little twist to the left, nothing too much. Right hand to the left knee. Maybe feeling that you can just explore a little bit of a twist to the left, but nothing too rigid. And then as you breathe in, look round to the center. And breathe out, take a little twist to the left. Right, excuse me. And just feeling your way. You should feel pretty warm and open in the hips. Maybe quite a lot of tingling in the legs. Lovely. One more breath in. And then breathing out, come back to the center. And take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, place your left hand behind you and push yourself up. So your pelvis is pushing forwards as you press your right foot into the floor. Your right arm is reaching and maybe you're looking up to it. Pouring the weight down into that left wrist and the right hand. And take another breath in. And then breathe out gently, gently. Settle back down. And bring your torso now around over the right leg. And take a breath in and find that lift again, that lift up and out of the pelvis. Maybe even lift your arms if that feels right. And then reach, reach, reach over that right leg. Either reaching the foot or not, doesn't matter. And we'll take a few breaths to take advantage of the fact that we've really warmed the body up now. We can really melt into a Janushirshasana, head to knee pose, except you don't have to take your head to your knee, obviously. Every breath in, you're looking for a length and a lifting out of the pelvis. And every breath out, you surrender a little. Breathe into this and use it as a letting go. Very, very soft behind your eyes and inside your mouth. I know I always say it. And then gently, gently, gently come up. A little bit of engagement in your abdomen to help you up. And bring your right leg over the left for a little twist. If you're keeling over to one side and can't feel both sitting bones, straighten out the left leg. Otherwise, hugging the right knee in with the left elbow and breathing and lift up the right arm. And then find a little twist to the left. Let's not make this complicated. Just lifting your belly and chest over the thigh. And take a few breaths here so that every breath in you just find length and space. And every breath out you maybe receive a little bit more of a twist round to the right. Can you soften into your twist a little? One more breath in and breathe out, come round to the center. And whether your left leg is bent or extended, seeing if you can bring the right knee right over the top of the left knee for Gomukhasana legs, cow face legs. So we've done so much opening in that flow, but it's really good to just come back in again. I know we often do this, and the flows I put together, it's just what I like to do. So a sense of arriving back, grounding back in. Really root down through the sitting bones. Feel that dropping down the side of the hips into the buttocks. And let go a little bit down into the lower body. And breathe from your heart space. And you're welcome to stay here, hands on your knees, or some people in Gomukhasana really like to come forwards, just to accentuates the stretch in the piriformis muscle. Goes right inside the buttocks, the gluteal muscles. And just settle, 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 settle here for a few breaths, melting your way into the earth. After what was maybe quite a vigorous dance. It's a little bit like the Mandala Namaskar, but not quite the same. How soft can you become here? How soft can you become? What can you surrender? And then we'll gently come up and take all of those poses to the other side. You're going to extend your left leg, right foot in towards the thigh. If you need to, bending up that left knee. If your leg's straight, bringing your toes towards you. Take a breath in to find that lift, find that space, and as you breathe out, twist to the right. Just a little twist. Little twist. And then breathe in, come back to the center and take a little twist as you exhale to the left. Very lovely. And then breathe in, come back to the center. Place your right hand behind you. And breathe out, push yourself up. So you're really pushing the pelvis forwards, pressing into the left foot and reaching and opening out with the left arm. Breathe, breathe, breathe. A little bit of a flamboyance. Lift and breathe and find space. One more breath in. And then breathe out, come down. Settle yourself down and looking round over the left leg. Really pull your toes towards you if the leg is straight, and take a breath in and find length, even lifting your arms if you'd like to. And then come down over that left leg. Come down, finding your edge, finding where you'd like to stay for a few really deep, soothing breaths. Every breath in, you explore the space, the length. Every breath out, you melt and let go. Really coming back to yourself, a very introverted pose. And then when you're ready, very slowly, slowly, slowly coming up. Bringing your left leg with you for the Matsyasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. It's a twist. So if you need to, if you can't feel both sitting bones on the floor, extend the right leg. We all bring the right elbow around the left knee and hug the leg in towards the chest. And then breathing and lifting up with the left arm. And find your twist to the left, taking your belly, your chest right over that thigh. And take a few breaths to find your way. That interesting relationship between breathing into spaciousness and breathing out into release. Noticing where you feel this pose. The more you notice, the more goodness you'll find from each pose or from each flow. Because your body will be speaking to you and you'll pick up all the signals. One more breath in. And then breathing out, coming back to the center. And stacking the left knee over the right. Both feet coming close into the hips if that's available. And taking those few moments, this is just one of my favorite things, taking those few moments to feel all the heat and all the weight pouring down through your hips, through the pelvis, the gluteal muscles, into the earth. As you draw everything back in. And come to your breath. And you could stay here absolutely fine, upright, or you might like to come down, forwards. Some people might like to prop their arms up on a brick or something. And really soften out the back of the neck and the shoulders and the back of the ribs. A few breaths. Letting go, unhinging the jaw. That complete softness behind the eyes. And very, very gently Very, very gently coming up. Taking a moment to take stock, to feel the body. And we'll come over onto our backs. So as you come onto your back, if you know that you are experienced in a shoulder stand, it might be a really nice thing to do now. I can't vouch for your safety. So if you know how to do a shoulder stand, please come into that and please don't move your head from side to side to completely protect the neck. What I will do is teach everybody a half shoulder stand in case you're not used to shoulder stand. So taking a moment to just feel the length of your spine. And then you can place your hands underneath your lower back. So you're lifting your buttocks up a little bit already, and bring your knees in towards you. And then press pushing into your hands, lift yourself up, lift your bottom up, and take your hands to your lower back now. Fingers pointing up towards your feet. And here, half shoulder stand is when the legs are at a 45-degree angle. So we're not putting too much strain on the neck, which is the risk in shoulder stand. If you wanted to creep up a little bit higher, you could, but never, never, never moving your head. And remembering it's your core strength that will keep your stability here. So whichever version you're in, slowing the breath down. This is the last pose pretty much. I want you to really slow the breath down. If you have any issues with pressure in the eyes, you wouldn't want to stay here any longer. I'd like you to come out. I'm going to come out. Otherwise, you can take a few more breaths. And if you are coming out with me, you slowly roll out and bring your head with you. And come all the way over to drape over your knees. And if you're still in shoulder stand, slowly, slowly coming out as well, bring your head with you. Just for a moment, coming and draping yourself over your knees. We'll take a very brief fish as a counter pose before resting. So taking your hands underneath your lower back again, pulling your elbows towards each other. And taking a breath in, really lifting up the chest and drop the head back. So you're really pushing the chest up. If you can't take your head back, keep your chin into your chest, that's fine. And take 5 breaths, pushing into your lower arms to lift the chest, pointing through your toes. One more full breath in. And then slowly, with your chin into your chest, release your hands and come down bone by bone onto your back. And doing whatever you need to do to prepare for your Shavasana, maybe bringing your knees in, having a little rock around. I'm going to leave you in your Shavasana with a recommendation that you stay resting for at least 10 minutes. That was a hot flow. It'd be good to calm the system down, although that last sequence should have done that already. Really make sure you're warm enough and spread your whole body out so you can completely soak up the goodness of that practice. Coming back to that intention you set, the quality in your heart space that you wanted for your evening, you wanted for your practice. And from there, give yourself permission to melt and let go.